You ever notice how our biggest, most epic stories, the ultimate power is almost always light? Well, today we're going to dig into why that is. We're going to journey from these incredible fictional heroes all the way to the kind of light we can actually find inside ourselves. Let's get into it. Across every culture, all through history, light is so much more than just what lets us see. It's this huge, profound symbol, right? It's knowledge cutting through ignorance, truth shutting down lies, and hope pushing back despair. It's the universal signal for a fresh start.
So that really brings us to the big question, why this pattern? I mean, think about it. From the Jedi Knights in Star Wars to the sun-breathing warriors in Demon Slayer, being able to command light is consistently shown as the absolute peak of heroic power. Let's break down what that power really looks like.
Okay, first up, let's look at light as the absolute #1 top-tier physical force. And to do that, we have to talk about one of the most ridiculously overpowered characters in all of modern fiction.
This right here is the Pika Pika no Mi, also known as the Glint Glint fruit from One Piece. And its user, Admiral Kizaru, he doesn't just shoot some lasers. No, he becomes light itself. This ability basically turns him into a walking, talking, unstoppable force of nature.
I mean, the sheer scope of this power is it's wild. He's intangible, so physical attacks just pass right through him. He can fire these devastating beams, create actual swords from solidified photons, and he could even, theoretically, manipulate the entire electromagnetic spectrum. It's just total, complete mastery over the physics of light.
And then there's the speed. 300,000 kilometers a second. In a fight, that's not just an advantage, it's a cheat code. It's just not fair. It completely rewrites the rules of the game, making him seem like he's everywhere at once.
So yeah, a character like Kizaru really represents light as the ultimate expression of raw, destructive power and speed. He's less of a person and more like a living, breathing physics equation, an untouchable force that embodies the pure energy of the universe. But that raw power, that's only one side of the coin. Now, let's totally flip the script and explore a completely different take on light. Not as a physical weapon, but as a moral and philosophical force. So in the Star Wars universe, the light side of the Force is pretty much the polar opposite of Kizaru's brute strength. A Jedi's power isn't born from aggression, it comes from inner peace, a deep connection to all living things, and a commitment to protect, not to destroy. And this chart just lays it all out so perfectly. Just look at the sources. For the light side, it all comes from calm, from selflessness. For the dark side, it's all that raw, selfish emotion, anger, fear, hate. The intent behind the power is everything. The light side heals and protects, while the dark side just wants to dominate and destroy. And in the end, it just corrupts you.
And the abilities themselves, they totally reflect this whole philosophy. Force healing is about giving your own life energy to someone else. Protective barriers are about creating peace, not forcing it. You can even achieve this kind of eternal wisdom as a Force ghost. These are not powers of destruction. They are gifts of harmony and preservation.
Okay, so we've seen light as the ultimate physical power, and as this profound moral strength. But what does any of this have to do with us, living in a world without any lightsabers or devil fruits? And this is where things get really interesting. The key here is to shift our whole perspective, away from the external powers these heroes have, and toward the potential that's actually lying right inside of us. Think about it like this prism. You have a single beam of white light hitting it, and out comes this entire spectrum of different colors. Well, it's the same way with the idea of light. It has all these different dimensions. We've looked at the external, fictional power. Now, let's look at the power that's within.
This is how we connect the dots. The very same idea of light that gives heroes this incredible cosmic power on screen is also a really powerful metaphor for the clarity, the purpose, and the energy we can build up within ourselves. We're making the jump from cosmic power to inner radiance.
So what even is your inner light? Well, it's just a way of talking about your self-awareness, your intuition, that quiet voice inside that kind of knows the right path to take. It's that feeling of clarity you get when you're truly aligned with your values. It's not a superpower. It's a state of being that you can actually strengthen. And here are 4 really practical ways to do exactly that. These aren't some mystical secrets. They're simple but powerful practices. Think about a Jedi's intense focus. That's what meditation helps you build, quieting all the noise so you can find some clarity. Reflective journaling? That's all about understanding your own personal code, your values. Kindness literally generates positive energy, and mindful movement connects your mind and your body. Think of each one as a workout for your inner compass.
So, by taking the lessons of focus from our Jedi friends and combining them with these really practical techniques, we can actually illuminate a clearer path forward for ourselves.
And the benefits are, honestly, pretty profound. Just like a Jedi seeks inner peace to wield the Force, cultivating your own inner light brings mental clarity and emotional balance. And that clarity can boost your creativity and lead to a much stronger sense of purpose in your everyday life.
And this quote, this really just sums the whole thing up. This isn't about finding something that you don't have. It's about uncovering the strength, the wisdom, and the clarity that is already a part of who you are.
So, the final question isn't whether you have this light, it's about what you choose to do with it. Are you going to use it to find clarity in a really tough decision, to bring some warmth to a relationship, or to light up the very next step on your own path? The choice and the power is all yours.